So when we talked earlier today, we said that the possibility exists that the boys are going to try to stretch higher and be very cautious with thinking about a big pullback. And we said we don't know. Nobody knows till hindsight. But the odds are, just based on the charts and what we know about the markets, that they're going to try to squeeze higher. We said make sure that this 43.75, the half gap, consider that as our aggressive support. Have to beat that, and you have to beat the 42. So far, there has been nothing to change my opinion that we are still trying to squeeze higher. And it's been a very awkward morning for anybody who's trying to trade, unless you have a plan, unless you have a belief, unless you've seen enough market activity to say, no, I think this is what's going on. And if you're wrong, you take your stop. So we're thinking like bots. You buy high to sell higher. And the highest odds trades at the open was to short to come in and test for the half gap. So that trade has worked nicely, and yet there's not been much follow through below that. So if we stretch this out to, say, a 10-minute chart, we can see the support from that blue line. And if we go to our base chart, the 15, we can see that's right on. So this is an example of trying to use our imagination as to where the boys are trying to go. And it helps us to understand the squeeze pivots that we have identified. So unfortunately, a lot of stolen range overnight. It's made for a very awkward opportunity this morning. So my belief still is we're going to have some choppy trading, but in general, the boys are trying to march higher. We are still using the idea of this 48 to 52 as our next resistance zone that the boys are trying to get to and squeeze shorts there. So this 42 is our squeeze pivot. And now we need to consider that this 43.75 is also very important in keeping the pressure on squeezing the shorts. And we may get more volatility coming in during lunchtime to this afternoon. Unfortunately, we've said that we thought we could get a very choppy high-level consolidation. So you're consolidating in time as moving averages from RTH are allowed to catch up. This is a tough game when we get this kind of a gap up overnight and then minimal pullback, because you need the generals to push back, and they're not. And this is part of rollover. And a reminder, today we're still using, on this contract, we are using the December contract for purposes of this course, just so we can see the continuity. Normally, yesterday I would have been trading the other contract, the March contract. But this way we can at least see the continuity of the numbers we've been using.